Is it somebody I don't my call? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here because I'm shocked. I can't believe it. Drake has been charged with a RICO lawsuit claiming that he is promoting illegal crypto casino gambling schemes alongside with Adin Ross, but I will get into him in a bit before I dive deep into Drake. However, it's benos to me that well, it's not benos, but it's shocking to me to find out because Drake's name has been circulating a while now about him buying streams and that his streams aren't really what they were. And it was all during the time during They Not Like Us. And people were thinking that just like, oh man, you just hating on Drake because you're a Kendrick fan. And now he's caught up in a lawsuit. Not only that, there's another lawsuit from November that he's also in allegedly for Spotify. Not only that, but a lawsuit from either 2025 or 2024. He sued his record company for inflating for inflating Kendrick Lamar's numbers for They Not Like Us. And then guys, this is how crazy this is, right? So you know all about this inflation of numbers, right? And streaming, buying, you trying to look like you better than what you are by making your numbers look better, and you're just buying numbers and views and likes and stuff like that. Well, Adin Ross, who and somebody else also tagged along in this as well, but I'm not sure about George. But Adin Ross out here beefing with Doechii. Now, Doechii, he out here beefing with Doechii because he claims, he believes in his mind that Doechii made a song about him and dissed him. So therefore, he's going to go make a diss in return. And this is the video of his music video of him dissing Doechii out here, saying that she buying views to inflate her numbers. How curious that you're now a part of a RICO lawsuit along with Drake and somebody else for inflating Drake's views numbers. So guess who's really botting out here, Adin Ross? I'm just saying. However, here's him.
Doechii came at me first. I want to make that very clear. I'm out of my own business and shit like that. She came at me very first. And you guys can say it wasn't intended to you. It was. Complex posted that. These major PR places, they have a whole PR team chat. They tell Complex and shit what to post. That was...
But the thing is, never once did she ever name him, describe him, give him some nickname, say something that would just make you think. I'm not quite sure. I don't want to misquote Doechii, but it was something about him buying views or something like that, or about his rise to fame. So because of that, it's like a tit for tat that he's trying to go for. And so because of that, he's just like, well, everybody else knows that she was talking about me. So why are you guys mad at me?
A PR hit piece against me. Facts. Chat, you guys know this shit because you guys are into the clipping world. So all these little dumb old heads, it wasn't towards that white boy.
Can you please stop talking about Doechii while I'm in the camera? They're calling me a coon.
Oh, how funny he said that, because the next person I'm about to bring up is Joe Budden, and he had something to say about exactly that guy.
Hey, I'm rooting for Glasses Malone to get all the Crips together to beat up Homeboy. I am. Sorry. Because I have to get all the Crips together to beat up Homeboy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that for you guys. To beat up Homeboy, that's talking about Adin Ross.
I am. Sorry. Because I think that's who she was talking to in the song.
Yeah.
She, Doechii.
I didn't know at first.
He was talking to little fuckity fuck.
The more I
Like they said, somebody in the background said, I didn't even know at first. So, like I was saying, and everybody else was saying, you didn't even know it was about him. So, it's not like he was out here doing a Nicki Minaj Bigfoot and you know who Bigfoot is. So, no, it wasn't even like that. So, it was like,
looked into it, she was directly talking to him.
Oh, no shit.
Because he said some wild shit.
Yeah, he said a bunch of bullshit.
Really? Wild shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then there was some back and forth after she put the song out. And I like Glasses Malone saying what he said, and hopefully he meant it.
so that's all I have to say about Adin Ross, because how funny Adin Ross is out here beefing with Doechii for buying streams. Yeah, you caught up in a whole scheme, a whole Ponzi scheme with Drake to help him buy streams. the audacity. I tell you guys, it's funny. But no, let's really pull the cards to see for real, is Drake for real buying streams out here, guys? Are the rumors really true? Is this case really going to prove that Drake is a part of a RICO scheme to promote and inflate his numbers? Drake, tell me it's not so, my boy. Tell me it ain't so. Don't tell me you're doing this. We have the Chariot. Yikes, already right off the bat that his past is coming up to catch up to him. But let's see what he's coming from in the past. We have the Eight of Wands, a moving on, but more like a focusing kind of. But let's see. And the Two of Swords. Interesting. Let's see what's beneath. The Ten of Pentacles. If the Ten of Pentacles is at the bottom, I'm scared to see what's at the top. The Star card. Interesting but fitting. Let's just see what the outside forces are. We have the Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Two of Wands. Okay. I see here. What we see here going on in the cards with Drake and this alleged RICO case on a alleged illegal Bitcoin casino scheme and promoting it in order to buy streams. We see here in the past, it could have been something that he did. Maybe it was out of desperation and out of hastiness because he needed to promote himself and boost himself up, skyrocket to the top as you think about it, because the Eight of Wands and eights in general just always about movement and moving forward. And we see here, instead of it moving sideways, it's actually moving through. So it's like on a path, on a trajectory. It's know where it's going, you know where it's about to land. And it's going towards, weirdly enough, water. And that's exactly what we see here. The Chariot, which is also water. So that symbolizes the fact that not only could he allegedly, possibly have some sort of hands or dirty deedings in here, and maybe it was some crafty idea that he schemed up or thought it would be great in order to help his business and his creativity. But we see right now, he's now sitting in a seat where he has to look back at what he has done in the past and seeing how it's come to catch up to him. And now when it's trying to move forward, he has a whole album called Iceman coming out in 2026 soon. He just teased it, and now we got this RICO case. And this does not look good as he's trying to move forward with his career. He just bounced back from They Not Like Us, and They Not Like Us is still kicking him. So because of that, he's just... And right here with the Chariot, we see here the Star card, which is in the head, which is in all about the thinking. He's thinking, he's hoping, and like Mama Crone always says, why hope against hope, or why are you going to be hoping when everything is good and dandy? So everything apparently, allegedly, isn't all good and dandy in Drake's field, and because of that, he's just hoping that whatever he has done in the past, whatever this casino scheme is that he got himself tied into, whatever that's now rolled itself into ka-chang, 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 a RICO lawsuit. So now he got to fork out more fortune. I don't know. I was trying to figure out how many casino references I could make. But because of that, we see that it's all catching up to him. And because of that, he has to see what beholds of him, honestly, like what bestow upon him moving forward from this. And we only see the Two of Swords, which is an isolation and a separation. I'm not sure how that album release is going to do. I'm not sure if this is going to make him look back and he's going to want to shriek back in horror. I'm not quite sure. Or if he's going to try to not let this get in the way of him, cloud his judgment because he has an album moving forward. So he's got to push all that negativity aside and focus the eye on the prize, the eye on the goal, which was always what it was in the beginning, which is getting Drake's numbers up, getting his popularity back up, redeeming himself after being slaughtered and They Not Like Us. And because of that, that's all that's on his mind. So that's all that he's going to keep doing. So he's just going to keep going, keep doing anything to, I don't want to say revive his career, because let's be honest, he didn't die, but he feels as though his reputation has plummeted just a little bit more than he would like it to be at where it is now. So because of that, he's working hard to build it back up. And we see here down at the Ten of Pentacles, which is his foundation at this present moment. Yes, he has accumulated everything, left a legacy, has a great discography that still continues to follow him. He has Fat Joe and even DJ Academics out here promoting the album already, saying it's going to be great, that it's a great list of collaborators. So they're out here trying to get you hype for Drake's album that he's getting ready to produce. And then he gets hit with a RICO case on top of all of that. It's just like, is Drake going to ever catch a break is how he's feeling. And even looking back in the past, with the two Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, he's very emotional, and sometimes his emotions get the best of him. It makes him act out of immaturity or act out impulsively before he can fully think out his emotions, because it is clouding his judgment, because he cares so much about his reputation. And the Kendrick versus Drake beef was supposed to be the beef of all time, and he went down on history on the wrong side. So because of that, he's trying to figure out how can he come back as a winner chicken dinner. But we see here the Page of Wands. We still see impulsivity from the Page of Cups to the Page of Wands. There's still some impulsivity, but now it's not emotional. Now it's about all creativity. Now that he has this lawsuit on him, now he's trying to think in overdrive on how to overcompensate for this too, because that's going to be something else something that he's going to have to fight up against on his reputation, because this is going to be another thing that people are going to look at and be like, Drake is just trying to make himself seem better than what he is, because his ego can't say the fact that he lost to Kendrick. And Drake is just like, bruh, I'm not going to allow that to happen. He's just like, I will refuse to allow this be the reason that continues to allow my career to plummet or my popularity to go down from here. So, Drake, I'm so sorry for you. I really wish you can catch a break, seriously, because it just seems like it has. I said it last year, 2025 wasn't your year, and I was hoping 2026 was going to be your year. Now that you got yourself caught up in a RICO, boy, I don't know what's going on with you. But we have the Page of Wands and we have the Two of Wands, which symbolizes somebody who is trying to, and the fact that it's two wands, two swords, and a Two of Wands. We see somebody who is both closed off mentally, but is also open creatively. So that symbolizes that whatever's going on with him, he's not going to interfere with his creative juices. He's going to shut it out. He's like, whatever this RICO case is, I'm still going to promote this album. I'm still going to make sure you guys have that I'm going to have good press and not bad press. So because of that, he's thinking, like I said, he's on an overdrive to overcompensate for the mess that he's now found himself in. At first, he was in a hole. Now he's in a ditch. Now he's in a trench. Next thing you know, he's just going to find himself in a well. So he's got to figure out how to keep himself from sinking any farther than this, right? I think a well's deeper than a trench. And it's very isolated and cold and not fun. So he's got to figure out how to not hit rock bottom. So Drake, is it true? Were you buying bots out of the sake of your out? Oh, okay. We'll just pick. How many was that? Okay, that was a lot. But we'll pick those cards because they decide to flash themselves at me. So whatever 3 come out, come out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, interesting. I'm going to say yes because we see a smorgasbord. At first he started off, yes, headstrong, definitely for sure. He did this for views. And then it became a maybe, like, yeah, he did it for views, but would you really blame anybody when you're trying to save your career? And then it's turning into a no, how do I prove that I really didn't do this when I really did? And how do I make it not look like that it's for the sake of me being egotistical? So because of that, it's kind of like a slowed down descent. A yes, maybe no. But the cards are very fitting. We have a sunflower. It was all bright. It was all good. He had all these ideas. He was very fruitful, and he still is fruitful. He still has the creative energy and drive within him. He's going to try to think his way out of this real hard. Trust me, guys. He's really not going to allow this to allow this RICO case to mess his reputation up. So you best believe Drake is going to try hard to promote anything that's coming up and make it look good, make you want to talk about it, and make you forget all about the fact that he might be not as popular as he is. And he's hoping that it will come out in the case outside, that once he finally gets into the court and they get all into it, that they'll really see that from the outside, yeah, it may have looked like that, but once you dig a bit deeper and look a little bit more on the inside, it wasn't like that. It just appears that way. Like, yeah, maybe I was promoting it, but no, I wasn't using the money to buy billions worth of views and stuff like that, or $1 billion worth of views. So because of that, we see here in the middle is the gray mouse, which is a mucky area of uncertainty of what's going to go on. We see that he's going to have to embrace and change, and we definitely see that he's going to be adaptable, but he's going to be resourceful at that. I tell you guys, the cards keep saying that whatever this case is going to do for him, or whatever the press is going to be saying about him, he's going to combat it tenfold, hundredfold, as much as he can possible. So that way it doesn't. How is this going to affect? I want to pull a few more cards. Is this going to affect how his album Iceman is going to do? We see a Fool. We see a Deep Water, and we see a Bridge. We see a yes, no, yes. So more maybe kind of, but what we see here, I'm just pull one more card because I see a Bridge. I always have to do it. We see a Youth. So we see a yes, no, yes, yes. So more yes, this promotion's going to affect how his album is going to be promoted for Iceman. We see Fool here, which is somebody who is being fearless at this point and hoping against hope, the Star card. And we see here the deep water symbolizing the fact that he's in deep thought, figuring out how he can, because if this tanks on top of the RICO case, it's like a double whammy, triple whammy, quadruple whammy to the ego. And it's just like, God knows he definitely doesn't want that. So, he's going to do everything he possibly can to make sure that Iceman does what it needs to do. And we see a bridge here. So we see that there's going to be some sort of transition, like it said with the gray mouse, embrace a change. So we're in a transitional phase here, and we can quite see that. So we're going from deep waters to what? Youth. Back to the Page of Cups to the Page of Wands. Something very with him is very youthful, rejuvenating. Maybe he can find a way to bounce back as long as he keeps his energy youthful, optimistic. Maybe he can some sort of way to find a way to make it work out in the way he needs it to. But we'll all see about that in the about the case. I'm not going to pull cards on how the case is going to do. I just wanted to see how Drake was feeling, and was it really true, allegedly, and how is this going to affect his promoting of his album. And it seems like it's definitely going to have some sort of effect with it, but like the cards keep saying, he's not going to go down without a fight. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading about Drake. I sure did. I'm feeling very optimistic just for his resilience and tenacity. He's really not going down, for real. He's like, I will fight for my career, for my name, for my legacy, and for what? 10 of Cups. He will stand 10 toes down on the 10 of Pentacles and his legacy of what he has built and his reputation and his popularity. So with that being said, he treasures that so much so that he gets a little bit blindsided and a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and lose sight of reality, just because that's how much it means to him. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really did. It was really insightful, and I was glad to get this sort of insight from Drake, and I'm glad to see that he is going to try to stand strong in this situation. So with that being said, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We really mean a lot to the channel. Please and thank you. Give this become a sunflower and spread those beautiful sunflower seeds all over the earth, because we need it, especially for Drake's case. But hey, he had the sunflowers in his favor. Let's see if the sunflowers will continue to be in his favor. Leave your comments down below. How do you feel about Drake? How do you feel about this reading? Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers!